You cannot use your allotted meal budget to tip, by user deleted. I travel a lot for work, and my company agreement is that I get a set amount for food every day. I don't have a knack for fancy foods, so I typically just get what I get and tip heavily to maximize the dollar amount. This was never a problem in the past until my company got acquired and the new company is aggressively cutting costs. Someone from HR emailed me to tell me I was financially on the hook for tips. I couldn't expense them anymore. So now, I just buy the food I eat from the grocery store, eat cheaply, and spend the rest on donuts and coffee for all of my coworkers everywhere I travel. There is a set budget for food every day. If you're going to be a penny pinching POS, I will find ways to spend that money within our agreement to give to others. Next time I think I'll feed the homeless. Need I remind my company that I'm doing them a favor by traveling because they don't want to pay full-timers in these areas? Don't be cheap. Fix IT now. You got it, boss. By user lelketlin_hence. I was working in a hotel in the UK as a lobby boy. My afternoon job was to handle guests' requests for extra pillows, blankets, etc. The system worked like this: the guests informed the reception, the details were written in a notebook, e.g., room XY pillow, and every so often, I checked the book, solved the problems, and ticked them off when done. One night, during dinner, the hotel boss wrote a note in the book: room XXX hot water tap is not working. I went to the room, checked it, yup, not working. I went back and wrote in the book, can't fix it, call a plumber. On my next round, there was a new message, fix IT now, underlined 3 times. Well, I went back to the room, checked the hot water tap again. In the UK, there are 2 taps on the sink, one for cold and one for hot. Still couldn't fix it. I tried a few things until, somehow, the pipe, the one from the wall to the sink, popped out, and boiling hot water started pouring onto the floor at full force. Panic mode on. I grabbed the room phone and called reception busy. So, I sprinted through the hotel, the room was on the farthest side, jumped into reception, and shouted, room XY, plumber, now. Then I rushed back to the room. The water was still gushing out at full force, so I just sat on the edge of the bathtub, holding the pipe so that the water poured into the tub instead of flooding the floor. After about 3 minutes of this, the hotel boss peeked into the bathroom, went pale, and ran away. 5 more minutes passed. Then the fire alarms went off because of the steam. Fortunately, the staff already knew what was happening, so they told the guests it was a false alarm and didn't evacuate the hotel. Another 10 minutes later, they finally shut off the water supply for the entire wing of the hotel. A plumber arrived and fixed the tap in 3 minutes. Now came the fun part, cleaning. Surprisingly, there wasn't much water in the bathroom, considering the tap had been gushing for over 15 minutes. So, I went 1 floor lower to see where all that water had gone. I entered the room's bathroom, switched on the light, but it was very dim. That's when I realized, the bowl-shaped lamp cover on the bathroom ceiling was filled to the brim with water, with the light bulb happily sitting inside it. Oh shit! Light off. Drained the water from the lamp cover, mopped up that bathroom too, but still, it didn't seem like enough water for what had happened. So, I went even lower. Below that bathroom, on the ground floor, there was a corridor, luckily, not another room. But the ceiling had gotten so wet that it collapsed. A 2x3 meter section of it had come crashing down onto the carpet. After 15 minutes in a sauna-like bathroom, 30 minutes of cleaning, and clearing the rubble, I finally stepped outside for some fresh air. That's when my roommate walked past, took one look at me, and asked, "Did someone puke on you?" Since then, whenever I say I can't fix something, they actually believe me and call a professional. US Navy MC, by user D. Disgato. So this comes from a former co-worker who worked in the catapult shop on a USN supercarrier. New man is assigned to the shop, given typical runaround/hazing. Eventually is told to go retrieve a portable pad-eye. For those who don't know, a pad-eye is what you chain down aircraft to so they don't blow off the deck when the carrier is steaming at 30+ knots into a 40-knot gale. They are not portable in any sense except that of a moving 100,000+ ton vessel. So new guy disappears for 4 days. They are getting worried and seriously thinking about reporting him AWOL, hard to do underway, but it's a floating city, when he comes strolling in with 4 machinist mates having simultaneous aneurysms from carrying his creation. You see, he had, in fact, created a portable pad-eye. He had gone down to the machine shop and had them look up the regulations and specs and fab one up out of stores. It was so heavy that just carrying it was bending the bar stock they welded on for handles. Needless to say, that was the end of the fetch quests. Edit. Supercarriers displace about 100,000 tons, not 1,000,000. City's cheap overtime policy backfires, gives garbage collectors double the work, by user Shield Town 95. So, my city decided to save a few bucks by not paying overtime to garbage collectors during the holidays. Instead of coming up with a reasonable solution, they told the garbage collectors to only pick up 2 bags per household, regardless of how much trash was actually out. Here's the kicker, there was no rule for residents. We could put out as many bags as we wanted. The city didn't bother communicating anything to us, so when Christmas came, which fell on a Thursday, one of the usual garbage days, everyone put out their mountain of holiday trash like normal. Wrapping paper, boxes, leftovers, whatever didn't fit in the bins was bagged and sent to the curb. The following Monday, another trash pickup day, garbage collectors, following orders, only took 2 bags per house. The rest just sat there. By the end of the week, the streets looked like something out of a post-apocalyptic movie, with bags piled high on curbs and sidewalks. The result? Absolute chaos. Some houses had 10+ bags sitting out. The garbage collectors had no choice but to haul it all away because, let's be real, there was no way this backlog was going to fix itself. In the end, the city ended up paying overtime anyway because the backlog from 1 week of savings was impossible to clear in regular shifts. Instead of saving money, they gave the garbage collectors twice the work and had to scramble to deal with the mess.